following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Tonight on Live at 4, a university in Columbus experiences a tragedy. We spoke to a local public safety official on how WIU is prepared for emergencies. Hear from him ahead.
Put it out there if we can relocate the farmers market at Chandler Park just for 2017.
A facelift to Macomb's downtown is causing a summertime favorite to move its location. Find out the details coming up.
60 degrees and sunny for today, but with December just days away, we may get a visit from Jack Frost later on. Storm Team 3's Devin Biggs will have the 5-day forecast coming up.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
New at 4, we have an update on the McDonough County public transportation crisis.
Although the department is still waiting on state funds, it did receive good news yesterday.
That's right, a federal reimbursement of $275,000 came in yesterday. It covers operating costs for the first quarter of FY17. Public Transit Director Nathan Cobb said in an email that it's a huge relief to have this funding, but the state still owes the department nearly $600,000. Be sure to stay with News 3 as this story develops.
A month after the city of Macomb was denied a grant to help fund the downtown revitalization project, the city jumped straight into action for a Plan B. Within the next 6 months, residents will see a facelift to the square. Jim Burke with Hutchinson Engineering is working with the city to help modernize Macomb's downtown.
Complete construction, milling and overlay of those pavements now, and put those in, and then we will come back, apply for ITEP again, but just for the streetscape portion. By splitting the two projects up, we'll have the pavement out of the way, and then we simply have to deal with streetscape. So during construction, we'll minimize the disruption to traffic in the future.
Now, the city will reapply for the grant when it's available again in 2019. You can take a look here at some of the roads on the downtown square, lots of potholes. Burke is calling this a two-phase downtown project. The first phase is the roads, and the second phase is to redo the sidewalks, lighting, and islands around the square. Mayor Mike Inman says this isn't a Band-Aid fix. The new surface road will last for the next 15 to 20 years.
$1 million worth of new driving surface down to come in 2 years if we're lucky enough to get a grant, just to pull half or a portion of it up and incur some costs that don't need to be re-incurred.
Bids for the project will go out after the first of the year. The city plans on starting the project in the spring and will have it done in the fall. It takes 90 to 120 work days. City officials want to stress that the square will not close during this construction, and the Heritage Days and other summer activities will continue. Now, one of those popular summer activities is the farmers market. It will continue during the downtown project, but you won't find the market on the square. Instead, Macomb's development director, Kristen Terry, says the farmers market's just moving a block away to Chandler Park for the 2017 season.
Block off all the parking on that side, so then that way all the farmers market vendors can pull into the parking spot backed up, and then they put their tent on the grass side, and then everybody that's shopping can go down the sidewalk.
This upcoming summer, the farmers market will take place on Thursday and Saturday mornings only. It will not be on Tuesday evenings, and they begin in May.
A group of college students are facing charges for trespassing in a vacant home in Macomb. Macomb police say they used the empty house as a place to smoke marijuana. The house is located on the corner of Murray and Johnson Street. A neighbor reported the trespassing on Monday afternoon. Police arrested Desmond Boyd and Lee Howard. They also arrested Kamaria Jones and Sierra McCoy. Macomb police say they could smell the odor of recently smoked marijuana. They found hollowed out cigars and remnants of blunts, but Macomb police did not find any drugs. The 4 students are being charged with criminal trespassing. Students at Ohio State University returned to class this morning, one day after a horrific attack on campus. Investigators are looking into what drove the Somali-born student to violence. Rosa Flores reports from Columbus.
Ohio State University police naming student Abdul Razak Ali Artan as the OSU attacker.
Abdul Razak Artan.
A U.S. official telling CNN Artan was a legal permanent resident originally from Somalia who came to the U.S. in 2014 via Pakistan. Authorities now looking into posts he made on his Facebook page, expressing grievances about crimes against Muslims, posted moments before the attack saying, quote, "I am sick and tired of seeing my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters being killed and tortured, and I can't take it anymore." Back in August, OSU's campus newspaper quoted Artan in a profile saying he was scared to pray in the open as a Muslim. Investigators are looking into possible motives for the attack and say they cannot rule out terrorism.
We're always aware that that's the potential, and we're going to continue to look at that.
Police say just before 10 a.m. Monday morning, Artan deliberately jumped a curb, ramming a car into a group of pedestrians.
He exits the vehicle and used a butcher knife to start cutting pedestrians.
Eyewitnesses desperately calling 911.
The guy ran a car through a crowd of students. He did it purposely. I'm at Ohio State, right outside of Watts Hall, and there was a guy crashed his car into a bunch of people and ran out with a knife. We need an ambulance here fast.
A minute into the attack, OSU police officer Alan Harushko arrived on the scene, confronting a knife-wielding Artan, shooting him 3 times, killing him.
The officer engaged the suspect and fired shots and used deadly force to stop the threat.
11 people wounded in the attack. All are expected to survive. As the attack unfolded, students barricaded doorways to avoid becoming a victim. The campus on lockdown for an hour and a half.
And Ohio State will be stronger, having come through this.
Today, News 3 spoke with WIU OPS Director Scott Harris about what the plans are in case an emergency like that happens here.
He said when a threatening situation occurs, it takes a team to handle the incident.
If you can get out, get out. Okay, so if you can run, run. He comes in the front door, you go out the back door. He comes in a side door, you go out the window if you can. But if you can't get out, then we want you to hide. And when we mean hide, you shut the door, you put stuff in front of the door, and you get down. But when he comes in, if that person comes in, then be prepared to fight. Be prepared to grab a pen and jab him with the pen, scissors. If there's a fire extinguisher in the room you're at, that makes a nice little tool.
Now, if a threatening situation were to occur here on campus, alerts would go out on social media and would also go to the students' phones. If you want to learn more about WIU's emergency management plans, you can go to their website on the bottom of your screen.
Terrifying wildfires fueled by a punishing drought and ferocious winds torched the east central side of Tennessee. The National Guard has been called in to help fight the fires and get people to safety. There have been at least 14 fires near the Smoky Mountains National Park, forcing mass evacuations. This is also endangering homes and businesses in nearby Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. At one point, 30 buildings were engulfed in flames, including a 16-story Hilton hotel. To make matters worse, wind gusts are topping 70 miles per hour. This, combined with the worst drought in the region in nearly a decade, is causing the flames to endure. The forecast shows rain within the next 24 hours, which will help extinguish parts of the fire.
And coming up next on Live at 4, you are currently taking a live look right now into Chubby's. When we come back, we will take you there where our News 3 Redrick Terry is live. He has more on that story coming up.
And Christmas is around the corner. Macomb is getting ready to celebrate. Find out about all the new additions coming to this year's Dickens on the Square Festival ahead. But first, Matthew Hutchinson has a preview in sports. Matthew?
Thank you, Megan. It might have been Thanksgiving break for WIU students, but Western Athletics didn't seem to get the message. As both Western men's and women's basketball teams were in action over the break, we'll see how each team performed over their break. And Devin Biggs has a quick look at weather. Devin?
A very unusually warm day here across the Tri-States region. A live look at our webcam is showing the sun going down on a very perfect day here across western Illinois. But coming up, that dreaded 4-letter word that Emily hinted at earlier, snow, is in the forecast. I'll let you know when it arrives after this.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Garrett Covington chose Western Illinois University because of the law enforcement program and the chance to be a Leatherneck.
Western has one of the best law enforcement programs in the nation, and I get to play the game I love. Whether I go pro or I go to law school, because of Western, I would take my success to another level. I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success. Think Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back. WIU Dance Marathon won't take place until April, but the student organization is hard at work year-round to raise money for the kids.
And they do a great job of hardworking. News 3's Redrick Terry is live at Chubby's right now to tell us about the fundraiser that's going on right now. Redrick, why don't you tell us what's going on there?
We are live here at Chubby's restaurant here for the WIU Dance Marathon and Chubby's fundraiser. Here's what's going on here until about 9 o'clock tonight, so for the next 5 hours or thereabout. You can come here and a portion of the proceeds to your meal will go to the WIU Dance Marathon benefiting the Children's Miracle Network. Terrific cause. You can come down, get a great meal, or an even better cause. And joining us now to talk more about that, Torelli, thanks so much for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the overall behind this. Where are those dollars going to and who is it benefiting?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So for the past 4 years now, we've been an organization here on campus raising money for the greater St. Louis area. We donate to 2 separate hospitals, the SSM Cardinal Glennon and then the St. Louis Children's Hospital.
So what is the overall goal of the fundraiser and how many people are you guys expecting here tonight?
Yeah, this year we set our goals high. We hope to raise $100,000, 6 figures, go big, go home, you know. So really excited about that. We're definitely hoping for, I'd say, about 500 or 600 individuals to come in throughout the night.
So for those individuals that are watching at home, how do they come here and contribute?
Yeah, sure. So we have an event page on Facebook, just Chubby's Fundraiser for Dance Marathon. You can find it. We have tickets like here. And all you have to do is bring in a ticket, you come to Chubby's and eat, and then 10% of your food gets donated to Dance Marathon.
And what about the people that can't make it out tonight? Is there any way that they can still get involved in this?
Yeah, sure. So our event isn't until April 1st of next year. So you could sign up on our webpage, it's tinyurl.com/WIUDM17, and you can register for the main event.
Really, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
All righty, and so that's what's going on here at the restaurant about 9 o'clock tonight. Of course, you can come here, and 10% of that will be the WIU Dance Marathon. If you can't join, of course, you can go online and donate as well. Just go to the Facebook page, WIU Dance Marathon, for the link to that. So reporting live here from Chubby's Restaurant, I'm Redrick Terry for News 3.
Thanks so much, Redrick.
Awesome. Now, if you feel like giving back for the holiday season, so many of Macomb's annual Dickens on the Square. Its downtown development director, Kristen Terry, tells us that this year lots of visitors will be attending the festival.
It's an amazing experience to see this historic downtown come alive in such an era. And how many people are devoted to our community as volunteering to be and to put this event on.
Now, this year's theme is a magical holiday. The highlight of the event of the year is the Santa Express train. That's right. Santa is going to travel from Quincy all the way to Macomb on Amtrak. The festivities will end on Saturday evening. Sorry about those technical difficulties here. Once again, like I said, Santa is going to be traveling from Quincy to Macomb and will be here in Macomb at 6:18. Terry says the community is coming together, and that's what makes this event possible.
Santa at the train station at 6:18 because he will be coming in on the train and he will be greeting people at the train station. We have the horse-drawn trolley rides. We have Myrta, Belle and Prince. We have the Grinch, Frosty the Snowman.
Good events that will be going on this weekend. Be sure to check out our Facebook page this Friday evening. We are going to be live, that's right, on Santa's train ride from Quincy to Macomb. And then, of course, we'll have full coverage of Dickens on the Square this weekend.
And if you're looking for a way to give back this holiday season, you could consider giving blood. Tomorrow, the ROTC program is hosting an American Red Cross blood drive. For an appointment, you can call Red Cross or visit their website, redcrossblood.org. The event is taking place in the Horribin Hall Gym from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Be sure to bring a donor card if you have one or an ID.
And coming up next on Live at 4, News 3's meteorologist Devin Biggs will be in the Storm Team 3 Weather Center with a look at the 5-day forecast to let us know when that cooler temperatures are going to be in this area.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
I think what I love most about News 3 is that we're really provided with a real-world experience. We're able to get hands-on work in news, and it's very similar to what you would find in a real newsroom, but everyone around here is really good about pushing you to be your best. News 3 has really taught me to believe in myself and that if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. News can sometimes be really tricky, and you have a lot of roadblocks. All of us hold each other to really high standards, and I think that really shows in our newscasts.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Now, from the Storm Team 3 Weather Center, here's Devin Biggs.
Well, we're going to get Megan, or excuse me, Megan, you're sitting right next to me. Devin's mic fixed really fast. But at this time, it has been warmer outside.
I know, I cannot believe it. It's like, it was really cold, you know, at the end of the week before we went to break, and then all of a sudden it warmed up.
Well, Devin, now that your mic's ready, we're going to pass it back over to you, and I hope you have some good news for us.
Sorry about that little glitch, but yep, cold front moving into the region, which will be taking away those warm temperatures that we enjoyed here across western Illinois. Almanac page for today, November 29, 2016, 56 to 36 was our rain shade, which is way above the average of 43 to 26. Nowhere near the record high of 74. Now looking ahead towards our current temperatures here across the Tri-States region, my graphics will go ahead and catch up. There we go. Basically, we're at 56 in Macomb, 57 in Quincy, and 54 in Burlington. Midwest Weather Tracker, nothing to show, so we'll go ahead and move ahead on this graphic. And tonight we'll have that cold front moving through, bringing in cooler temperatures. So if you turn the furnace off today, you'll have to turn it back on. And we'll have some sunshine tomorrow, but clouds will start to move in as a little boundary will begin to move into the region. Temperatures for tonight, it'll basically be in the low to mid 30s, well, low 30s, 32 in Macomb, 34, 36 the farther east you go, which isn't too bad. And looking ahead for tomorrow, basically be in the low to mid 40s. And for tomorrow night, we'll be looking ahead at 33 in Macomb and 35 in Burlington. So our forecast for tonight will be partly cloudy with lows around 32. Winds will be out of the west at 5 miles per hour. Looking ahead for tomorrow, we'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, a high of 43. Winds will be out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looking ahead to our 5-day forecast, look at Saturday and Sunday. We got some chances of snow and wintry precipitation. I don't think any of us is looking forward to that, but we'll give you an update on accumulations as we get closer. Emily and Megan?
I'm not a fan of the snow.
But at least that means Christmas is coming.
Megan's a little too peppy for me on the desk. I'm kidding. But Matt, we're going to throw it over to you with some hopefully peppiness in sports.
Yep, fall sports have come in for MHS and WIU, but that means basketball is heating up. Coming up in sports, Macomb High boys basketball season just got underway during Thanksgiving week. We'll hear from the head coach and his stars on how the team plan on making this season a successful one. And also, coming up, we see which Leatherneck has started off the season hot and looks to continue her streak later tonight on the road.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you read stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay. But remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
My favorite thing about News 3 is you're constantly working with someone. If you're not going to work with someone, then your show's not going to go right. News 3 has really got me ready and prepared for the outside world. Traveling to do a tornado story, or if that even means traveling to Iowa to cover third graders. I get to work with some fantastic people. It wouldn't be the show that it was today without the production crew, without our anchors, without our talent. It's really a team effort, and I'm beyond blessed to be able to be here.
Welcome back. The WIU women's basketball team currently sits at 5-1, their best start since the 2005-06 season. And leading this has been junior point guard Emily Clemens. Clemens hit a pair of free throws in the final 3 seconds to lift Western a 76-74 road win over Southern Illinois. She scored 24 points in the victory. Clemens would also be named Summit League Player of the Week. The Leathernecks play tonight at 7 against Missouri on the road. Moving to the men's side, who are both at home and on the road during break. First, the score from the game against Crown College at home. Western handled the Storm with no problem with a 91-53 victory, picking up their second win of the year, but the Leathernecks didn't have the same luck against Miami of Ohio on Saturday. In the first ever meeting between the schools, the WIU dropped a close one, losing 81-72 when the Redhawks made a late fourth quarter push. Covington led the way with a season-high 29 points. Macomb High boys basketball season is officially underway after the Crimson Classic last week. News 3's Redrick Terry caught up with them to discuss what's different this season and how that should lead to more success.
The 2016 season is right around the corner for the Macomb High boys basketball team, who points out the biggest difference from last year's Bombers that played in the regionals, which is experience.
We had kind of a veteran group last year, some guys that had played a little bit of varsity the year before. This year it's going to be brand new for a lot of these guys on the varsity level, and so trying to get them used to the speed of the game is probably going to be one of our biggest challenges here at the beginning of the season.
That challenge will be greeted by Coach Anderson's players, who are confident that they'll be ready for the challenge at hand.
I think last season, when we went to 3A and regionals, it was a wide, opened our eyes a little bit because that was our first time there. So I think this season is going to make us work a lot harder to prepare for that.
We want to win a record. We want to win the conference. You know, we want to do good in regionals, maybe win it, go to sectionals.
In order to achieve that goal, Coach Anderson knows his Bombers will have to commit to improving on defense.
We spend probably 3/4 of our practice time on the defensive end of the floor trying to develop those habits. You know, if you can't make jump shots, if one night you're not shooting the ball very well, you can always rely on your defense. And so that's where we spend a lot of our time. And so if we can go to Jacksonville and play hard and play with those really good defensive habits, we'll compete with anybody there.
He's a big guy on defense. He likes getting after on defense, and I think the players coming up to varsity really realize that defense is big for him.
We had a decent summer, so the guys got their first taste of what it's going to be like playing on the varsity level, and so we're really excited, and I think that they'll be anticipating having success, and so I think a lot of our guys are really looking forward to it.
The Bombers were able to grab a victory in the Crimson Classic against Dunlap. They will head to Carthage and face Illini West on December 2nd. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. That's it for sports. Final word is next on Live at 4.
Hillary Dunn was convinced that Western Illinois University would invest in her.
My classes, friends, teachers, and activities have had a tremendous impact on my time here.
Hillary's passion for learning and helping others will lead her down a successful path.
Whether I choose graduate school or missionary work, I'll serve to the best of my ability because I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I'd have to say it's just the fact that you can get involved right away. You walk in the door and you can learn all the equipment. And I've been able to anchor, I've been able to be a DJ on our student-run radio station here. I've been able to work any of the camera equipment and the audio equipment. The fact that you can get involved right away. Everybody's really friendly. They welcome you right when you walk in the door. And you report the news, but you can also have fun stories and hard news stories and conflicting stories, but yet you just get such a real-life experience here at NEWS3.
Well, as if I don't love Christmas enough, the nation's capital is gearing up for the holiday festivities.
The White House is showcasing their Christmas spirit by decking its halls with wreaths, lights, and ornaments. It looks awesome. Look at that tree. Just love it. I'm a Christmas person. The day after Thanksgiving, I had my Christmas music blaring.
Yep, it's like boom, transformation, no more turkeys. It's all about the trees.
I just wish my house looked like that.
I know. I have a mini Christmas tree in my little Macomb apartment.
I know.
So.
I need to bring like an interior decorator in just for Christmas alone.
Exactly. And we want to hear from you. If you have awesome decorations, please send them our way. We'd love to showcase your awesome Christmas spirit.
Now, Devin, how's that white Christmas looking?
Too far out yet to even tell you what the white Christmas is like.
Okay.
But I know this weekend I can tell you it's going to start seeming like Christmas a little bit because we have some wintry precipitation on the way. Right now, this is a little ways out, so it could change. Friday night, we could be seeing some snow. And Sunday, a little bit of a wintry mix as well. Temperatures overall in the upper 30s to low 40s, so accumulations not certain at this point. So Check back Thursday with JT, and he'll have more information on accumulations.
Alrighty, thank you, Devin. That's all for us at this time.
But we're online all the time. Just stay up to date with us. Search news3wiu.com. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle News3WIU, and you can also find us on Channel 3, but of course on YouTube. You can search us and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
And from all of us here at News 3, have a good evening, Macomb.